Welcome back to another Sims 4 video. Today we're going to be building a cemetery. Now I saw recently that little Simsy just built a cemetery for her legacy, and I've been putting mine off for the last year and a half. I went around and collected all the members of the Big Wallet family legacy and I put all their gravestones here, and I just never built a cemetery. So that's what we're going to do today. So thank you Kayla for the inspiration, because I'm actually going to do it now. Obviously these are not the family members. There are 34, I think, here that I put down because that's how many we actually have. I've temporarily moved them off the lot because after watching Kayla's video, I saw that she kept mentioning it would be a lot easier if she had a sim that had collected it so she didn't accidentally delete any of them. So I took that advice. Thank you. So our cemetery is here on the island in Brindleton Bay because I think it's just very nice. It should be quite lovely. I kind of want this to be a pretty cemetery. So I kind of want to do like a picket fence because there's some cemeteries sort of around where we are that just have this really nice like picket fence. You know, it's somewhere that would be very calm and peaceful to visit, you know? So I'm just gonna grab this. I'm not gonna fence all the way around because I think that would be too much. Especially because it's sort of open to the island. I think if we just had like a square fence here, it might look a little strange. But I'm gonna fence, I think the front half and then keep the back open because I think that'll be nice. And if we do some landscaping, I think it'll work out. So I do still want some sort of gate. So if I grab these two monoliths and I just scale them down, I kind of like, I'm looking a little bit more robust. Then I'm gonna use, oh, this is kind of cool. Like some debug fencing. Kind of like the idea of the gate sort of being, actually that wouldn't even, hang on, they're too big. It needs to move apart a little bit. So it'd be like there. So yeah, if we had like this one open like that, we could even have it just open like a little bit. Or should we have it like, it should be open inward. I just don't like that I can see that little sticky outy bit there. But I don't hate it. I think it's all right. You know what? We could do that one. It doesn't look as good though. The quality of it's a little rough. Actually, you know what we could do? We could put like a light like that over the top of it. It's not as bright as I thought it would be, but then it looks a little bit more like, I guess it should be like that. The other thing is this gate doesn't make a lot of sense if the fence is open on all sides. So I don't know if should we even have a gate? Should I just get rid of it? Or, like I said, maybe I should do some landscaping so it's like enclosed, but like not. I really like the gate idea, but I don't think it makes a lot of sense. So let's just go get rid of it. It just doesn't make sense because it's completely open on all the other sides. Like, but I like this. I'm going to keep that. Okay, this actual space, I would kind of like a circle in the middle. Pathway comes in, sort of circle. Maybe we could sort of divide the space up a bit. How am I going to make a circle? I always like this as a pathway. I know it technically says salted earth, but it kind of looks like a nice dirt/gravel pathway. And I think it will fit this island. Obviously not that tough, but I think it'll work. Okay, so let's have a look. I want to get this in the middle. Yeah, my middle point is there. Kind of like glitched out. There's like still a hole in the ground for some reason. Even though I got rid of the wall. There we go, I fixed it. All right, so we got the middle. What I'm gonna do, I have no idea if this is gonna work, but that's too big. That's too big. Let's go like that big. If I click right here, okay, then I go smaller, and then I click there. Okay, I mean, it kind of worked. Then obviously we would, you know, make it look a little bit less tough, but I think that'll work. Could we do like a little building here maybe? Nothing like creepy, but it'd be like kind of like, I guess, a groundskeeper's kind of place. I think that's shorter, it's too big. Nah, that's too much. This lot is too small for this. I think that's a bad idea. I think what actually would be nice is a raised hill. And then we put like flowers and stuff on it. Yeah, that'll look nice. Okay, let's go turn this back down to like what it would normally be, because then we can start like blending in. All right, so my pathway from the front, obviously be there, okay? So it's sort of spread out a bit, and then I didn't need to blend it into this sand as well. Problem is, I don't think we have that actual sand texture, so that's just lovely. So I'm gonna go this way, off the side in the middle, and then I guess because this doesn't really, there's no like visible path there, I think I'll just end this here and we can do like maybe like a little bench or something there. I don't know. We'll figure it out. There's going to be a little bit of trial and error. We'll do some like landscaping and all that. All right, I think I'll also go this way. I don't know if I'll have it connect out though. Will I? Let's see. You know what we could do? Why don't we see what that looks like? Can I go even smaller? Oh no, that's as small as these go. That's all right. Because we could just have like a little side gate. I also kind of want to do that, and I want to put a sign on here. This is kind of cool. I wonder if I could use this. So what I would do is obviously not leave it as this hospital sign, but make like a custom content version of it and then like change it to be like the Big Wallet Cemetery. There's potential. I think it needs to go a little further back though, because I kind of want it to line up with the fence a bit better. Oh, this is kind of cool. This is not really what I had in mind, But I could make like a custom content version of this so we could change what this image is. And it kind of like lights up at nighttime too. That's kind of cool. Probably do like a white one though to go with it. You know what? Let's placeholder that. I like it. Get a couple more of these lights over this side as well, just on this fence post thing that we have. All right, what's the best way for me to delicately blend this pathway in a bit better? Because it's looking a little rough around the edge. I think we're just gonna have to do like plants and stuff over it as well, because getting this to blend in with everything is gonna be kind of hard. This is very green compared to the rest of the world. What about this maybe darker one? Oh, I think this matches the world a bit better. Let's use this one. I don't mind using a combination, like having some brighter spots and all that. So I just really don't like this texture. Like, what is this? It looks like way too much. Looks way more cartoony than it should, I reckon. All right, so we got a little bit of a blend of grass going on. Obviously with more landscaping, it's gonna look better, but I think we're getting somewhere. All right, so I guess I shouldn't spend too much time actually organizing these headstones, because obviously these are completely decorative and not what's actually going to be here. But I like the idea of this section maybe being like diagonal. Oh, could we do, hang on, how big is this going to look? I think it's going to be too big. Yeah, that's too big. Because there's a lot of, I don't know the terminology here, so please let me know in the comments down below. But I've seen, I guess, grave sites that have like this raised concrete section. So it's much more like built up and substantial, and they'll have like the headstone at the end, maybe even like a nice fence or something around it. Not fence, but like a nice border or something, you know, something more like this. So I think we could maybe do some more substantial sections and then one that's just sort of laid out like this. Yeah, so we could have a section like this, which I quite like the layout of that. Maybe can we fit, I might need a reposition, but yeah, I think we definitely need some foliage and like hedges and stuff around the place. I actually quite like these as like an edging. Obviously I'll not have them clip through the fence like this, so we'll sort of adjust where they fit properly. But I really like the color of it. I think that it's maybe a little close there, but we could get rid of that one. But I think that fits quite well. That one might be a little close there, so maybe get rid of that one. And then we could have like a fainter pathway where people sort of walk in this area. But obviously there's less traffic because it's not the main path. Yeah, that works. Ooh, I really like this. If I can fit this here, that's quite nice, because then you have like the sign there as well. There's some different color. Ooh, I like the pink. I think the pink is really nice. Okay, I just changed the layout a little bit so it's a little bit more even. So instead of walking through the middle, you sort of come around the side and walk down this way. And I think that'll work. That makes sense to me. So I'm pretty happy with that. I think what might potentially be nice is like this little picket fence, maybe along here. I think that doesn't work. Maybe more like just like that, or no, let's get rid of it. It's not working. You know what would be really cool is having a B for big wallet in the middle, maybe out of flowers. Let me just try. I don't know if this is gonna work, but let's just try. So it'd be kind of like this. Obviously, I will use move objects to make it much nicer, but I'm just testing to see if it works at all. From the ground, it looks really bad though, is the problem. It'll only look good when you look from above. All right, I'm trying it now to these flowers. Hopefully this looks good. If it doesn't, I'm gonna waste a lot of time. Okay, I mean, that kind of works. I don't mind that. Now, obviously, we need to fill in the rest of it with other flowers, because otherwise, or like other greenery. Maybe we could just like line it with these, because this is easy to tile, though they have a very straight edge. But I think you get the idea. I think that's looking cool. I just got to find the right flowers to put in the middle. Or, what about this? No, that looks terrible. It's like paint flowers. No, that's bad. Okay, this is currently where I'm at. So I've got these sort of white flowers around on the hill, which I think looks okay. I mean, look, there's only ever gonna look like a bee from above. And then I'm using this hedge, scaling it down and manually placing it in a circle, because I really wanted an edge to it, because it looks really messy otherwise. I just don't know if this is really the best idea. I think these are too, maybe if I just scale these down as well. They kind of look too big. Like, I want the pink flowers to be bigger than these ones. All right, well, I finished the little hedge. I mean, it's not perfect. You can see it's a little off, but I don't think that matters. I'm not sold on these flowers though, on the white flowers, so I'm gonna get rid of those. Let me try these again. What if I just did do this? It's not great, is it? Maybe I'll just leave it like that for now, and we'll see how we go. All right, I like the idea of this area having more of a structure to everything. So I'm gonna do the same hedges along this fence here, because I think this looks quite nice. Yeah, that's good. And yeah, so these just have to be spaced apart a little bit more than the other ones, which is totally fine. Can we fit, can't fit another row here, but we could definitely get some. It's gonna copy those for now. We'll probably make them all unique later on. How many can we fit here? I think 4. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, then we can have like some flowers and stuff in between. Yeah, that'll be nice. I might actually get rid of this one, just has a bit more space there. So we have another 4 that we have to position somewhere else. But yeah, that's good. I like that. Maybe the bee just wasn't a good idea. This big like maple tree in the middle would be really nice. I mean, I suppose we could keep the bee, but then it's under the flowers. That doesn't really work. But why don't we just have this more at the back, like here? Yeah, I like that. Because I spent so much time on this. I want to keep it. Okay, so I've added some little benches around the middle. I kind of like the idea of having a bench under here. Maybe have it sort of face towards that kind of stuff. I feel like there should be an extra special section here for like the main, no, not the main, I shouldn't say the main, but like the matriarch and patriarch, you know, of the whole like family. Because I mean, we've got plenty of room, I think. Like over here, if I did the same sort of thing with that, we'd have loads of room. I don't know, I think that fence is too much because considering we use that fence on the outside, I think I need to use maybe just like a small fence like this. Yeah, just like a little sort of area. And maybe a little extra special. They can have the fountain here. We've got these 2 extra miscellaneous ones. I have to figure out where they're going to fit. But yeah, they could go here. Can I fit like a little thing since front? And we can use like the half walls here to make them even more like substantial. I'm not sure what to do with these. I guess they should be, like, obviously these aren't the real ones, but I guess we'll just put them on top of this because that probably makes more sense, right? Problem is, I don't know if we'll be able to mourn them like that if we have this sort of half wall around it. I mean, I suppose we don't need the half wall, do we? That doesn't need to be there. That's only if I want to paint it a certain color or something, which I don't think we need. So yeah, then we could still step up into them, so that'd be fine. Could do a nice big pink flower bush at the back there. Some more landscaping around the place. Oh, we could do cow. I don't know why I would do a cow. There's some just nice flowers around that area. I think it's kind of nice. I'm not really sure what's going on here. I've just kind of like left gaps. I mean, it doesn't need to be all enclosed, so I'm not too worried about that. Let's do a little path. So yeah, this one will probably be a little bit more, I guess, maintained like that. And we can just have like sort of, I guess, where the ground is worn out a bit where people are walking around, you know, just a little bit there. And we'll definitely get some benches in this area too. I think these benches in the middle are actually too much because it's not a very big graveyard, but we have a nice like bench there and one, like a couple there, so I think that's all right. Okie dokie, what's this? I was gonna put a bench at the end of that. We could do, how big is that hedge gate? Yeah, too wide. I just like the look of it. I kind of wanted to do that. I don't know if they can sit in the middle of that, but I like it. If that doesn't work, I can always just pull it forward like that, but I kind of like the idea of sitting in it. I think if I have any like pet graves, they could fit in this area, but I don't have any, so that's not really a problem. I mean, I guess over here, I'd probably do the same sort of thing that I've done over there. We just don't have that many graves anymore, which I guess is a good thing. So I'll just do a similar setup. I'll just leave this side probably a little bit more open. So it's just like, you can just walk through, that's fine. Yeah, and then this can be like this. So we'll just go like a couple over here. I might remove one from over here so we can get rid of that one. So then that's like a more even number. And then, I mean, I guess that's it. And then we can just add as needed. I'll do the same sort of flowers just here as well. You know, that bee has actually grown on me. I think that's actually quite nice without anything else around it. I'm happy not adding anything else there. As for the, oh yeah, we could do like this stonework on it. Yeah, that's nice. I think that makes it seem a little bit more special. Having like, oh, Batu, yeah. I guess, oh, actually, yeah, we'll just use that one. I was like, these being on diagonal kind of makes it a little bit more difficult, but I think that works. Ooh, yeah, I like the thicker edge like that. Yeah, that works. I like that. As for all these, I'm not quite sure. I've just kind of put this fence on the ground. I don't want them all to be the same because I think that'll look not great. I think some of them should be raised. Some of them can have that one on it. I'm going to get rid of, is there a different color? Maybe we can do like a black one like there. Yeah, we just need to make them look a little different. Otherwise it's going to be too much of the same thing. Okay, there we go. I've changed them up a bit. Obviously there's some that are the same fence, but we've got a few different colors, sizes, shapes, all that kind of stuff. So I think that'll work quite nicely for a bit of variety. Let's do a little bit more terrain painting because there should probably be some sort of faint path coming through here. And likewise underneath, especially under this tree. Under the tree, we can do some more brown, a little bit less sunlight down there. You know how it goes. Okay, this is looking pretty good. I think it looks how I set out for it to look, you know, pretty. You know, there's lots of flowers. I think it's quite pleasant, to be honest, which is really what I want it to be. I'm just gonna soften this area a little bit. I think that pathway's a little strong. That's a bit better. Yeah, I mean, I think that's really nice. And we've got the public bathroom outside the lot just here, so that's okay. I suppose what I'll do is I'll prepare the path in this area because obviously we will eventually have stuff here. So we can have like a faint path there, and then we sort of had one through the middle. I mean, this one's a little different because the layout's a bit different. So we'll just do something sort of like that. So that, yeah, it'll go there eventually, but you sort of get the idea. Okay, that's looking good. I'm actually really quite happy with that. So I guess what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share this version to the gallery so you guys can use this if you want. And then I'm gonna add in all my actual family's graves here, but these will just be decorative ones for you guys. Yeah, actually, you know what? If I'm gonna do that, I might as well do some variety, you know? There you go, a few different options there. The rest are the same, but yeah, a little bit of variety. There we go. A peaceful and pretty resting spot for some of the most beloved family members. Isn't that nice? So I'll chuck that up on the gallery for you guys, and let's go ahead and get all of my Sims actually added in here. All right, so I've just gone through and placed all of my Sims here. I actually miscounted. I guess I had like 3 extras. So they're just here. There's just another row on that side. But I think it's all coming together. I think this has worked out really, really well. I actually really like that little central section in the end. We also, I sort of organized it roughly. It's not great. I did my best. I also didn't realize that if I put, I mean, this makes sense in hindsight. If I put the headstone on like paved ground, it turns into the urn. Which makes sense because you couldn't bury someone on stone, but obviously my idea is underneath it. But so they're just kind of sitting off the end there, which I think is fine. So this here is Lady Big Wallet and also Wyatt Wallace Skaggs, the matriarch and patriarch of the entire family. They're over there. Then the next generation starts over here. Atticus with Naya, Lacey with Bradley. And then it sort of gets a little rough after that because obviously the number of headstones in a row doesn't quite correspond to, you know, the family tree and all that. But yeah, they're all here. I'm not going to go through all of them. Over this side, we do have the Seasons family, though. Sebastian and Luna, and then their kids, Raggy, Richie, Lord, Lady Big Wallet II, and then Banana and also Durham, who are just there because they didn't really fit anywhere else. But yeah, they got a nice little spot there. And there's plenty more room here for more generations. And I think, like I said, we do have room here as well. And if we need to add more at some point, we can sort of rearrange a little bit too. Like I think we still have a bit of space, but I think this is really nice. I guess the next thing I'm going to do is make a custom sign for this little section here. And I actually would really like to, maybe using this frame here, make custom content and have a picture of every single sim next to that site so we know who it is just by looking at it, because we could just put these down like that, you know? And then obviously it wouldn't be a bunny, but it would be a picture of their face, which I think could be really nice, so maybe we end up doing that as well. But there you go. Thank you so much for watching. It only took a year and a half, but we finally built the Big Wallet family cemetery, which I think, all things considered, is a very pretty and lovely resting ground. So I'm pretty happy with that. And I think we can actually now visit this lot without feeling ashamed that there's just a bunch of headstones shoved on the grass somewhere. Like, it's actually more complete. So there we go. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to leave your comments, suggestions, and feedback down below. I'll see you next time, and have an awesome day.